Spend less on going out to eat, getting your oil changed, and so much more at the Big Deals online store. Head to RadioMankato.com and click on Big Deals. Start saving today, whether it's 10, 20, even 50% off, because these savings really are a big deal.
You didn't know until right now, but you want to order wings from B-Dubs, and you want all 24 sauces and seasonings, like original buffalo or honey barbecue or Asian zing, all for takeout or delivery. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
You're not just one of thousands. You're not just a face in the crowd. You are unique. You're a name. You're a talent. You are an individual. Here, you're more than a student. Here, you're a friend. At Bethany, you are anything you set your mind to. A place where teachers know your name and friendships last a lifetime. Let Bethany Lutheran College become your family.
fight, or flight. Everyone's wired to be one or the other. If you can't get away, could you get out of a situation? Learn to defend yourself with Krav Maga training at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, the only alpha Krav Maga certified instructors in Southern Minnesota. Krav Maga is self-defense. Find out more at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, located on Commerce Drive behind Subway, North Mankato, or go online at smma.rocks.
Southern Minnesota Martial Arts is a healthy environment, operating with current COVID-19 sanitation and distancing standards and guidelines.
So I first hit Challenger when I was about 14. Some years later, we started an esports club here at Wayzata, and we won the HSCL National Championship during the winter. This inevitably led me to Bethany, where I'm going to accomplish greater things.
I thought it was time for a change. My school just wasn't satisfying me anymore, and this year I decided to come to Bethany to play on their esports team.
I decided to come to Bethany because of the organization and its foundation. I just thought it was a really great place. When I went there, everybody was really sociable, easygoing with the team, and it seemed like everybody wanted to work hard to achieve the same goal.
So Bethany, the biggest selling point for me was the teammates, actually, and as well as the school. You know, it's actually my first Christian college. You can really feel that sense of community in the school. And you know, I think that this is going to be a fun year for us.
My favorite things about the program is what the community and sort of like a family that we've built ever since the beginning of last year. On top of that, like, everyone that's managing the team and like helping us with our goals is very down to earth, and they're looking out for the best in our own wishes. So the program is nice.
My favorite thing about the program is definitely the esports room. We have the best computers I've ever played, and the atmosphere, yes, it's pretty nice as well. Everyone's just so excited to be there. I'm proud of everyone who's a part of the program, for sure.
The team atmosphere, loving, it's great, it's very extremely motivating. Whenever you step your foot into the room, you just want to push your hardest because everybody has that great mentality and the attitude that, you know, no matter what, you just got to push your hardest because it's a fun atmosphere, and you can always fall back to Bethany Esports being a loving team.
I'm a challenger jungler who has been playing in the amateur scene for the past couple of years, and I really wanted to finish up my education, and I found a fortunate opportunity inside of Minnesota, where I'm from, at Bethany Lutheran College. I think that they have a program that competes with the best of the best, and I truly think with the roster that they've had, adding me to it could really be a championship caliber team. Hopefully in this next year we have the ability to take things to the next level, and I think that with all of us together we have the ability to show League of Legends and the world what we really have to offer.
Spend less on going out to eat, getting your oil changed, and so much more at the Big Deals online store. Head to RadioMankato.com and click on Big Deals. Start saving today, whether it's 10, 20, even 50% off, because these savings really are a big deal.
Connor wants to name his kids after B-Dub sauces. Hope you want a whole litter, because we've got 26 sauces and seasonings. So gas up the minivan, because Mango Habanero has a dentist appointment, and Honey Barbecue is late for ballet. Buffalo Wild Wings.
fight, or flight. Everyone's wired to be one or the other. If you can't get away, could you get out of a situation? Learn to defend yourself with Krav Maga training at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, the only alpha Krav Maga certified instructors in Southern Minnesota. Krav Maga is self-defense. Find out more at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, located on Commerce Drive behind Subway, North Mankato, or go online at smma.rocks.
Southern Minnesota Martial Arts is a healthy environment operating with current COVID-19 sanitation and distancing standards and guidelines.
Hello, and welcome to the Bethany Esports pregame show brought to you by Bud Light. Whether you're grabbing a squad win with friends or here to watch one of your favorite gamers in tonight's presentation, Bud Light is a proud sponsor of esports in Mankato. As always, I'm joined by Director of Esports, Lucas Fricke. Lucas, welcome.
Thanks, Seth. Tonight, I am so excited. We take on the University of Illinois, the team that beat us last year and knocked us out of the playoffs right before the scholarship money round. They lost their top laner, Command Attack, who's off coaching at Illinois Wesleyan. However, a lot of starters returned, and we are real excited to get our revenge for last year.
All right, it should be a great match. This has been the Bethany Esports pregame show brought to you by Bud Light. Grab a slice of pizza, grab a Bud Light, and enjoy tonight's presentation.
fight, or flight. Everyone's wired to be one or the other. If you can't get away, could you get out of a situation? Learn to defend yourself with Krav Maga training at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, the only alpha Krav Maga certified instructors in Southern Minnesota. Krav Maga is self-defense. Find out more at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, located on Commerce Drive behind Subway, North Mankato, or go online at smma.rocks.
Southern Minnesota Martial Arts is a healthy environment operating with current COVID-19 sanitation and distancing standards and guidelines.
Spend less on going out to eat, getting your oil changed, and so much more at the Big Deals online store. Head to radiomankato.com and click on Big Deals. Start saving today, whether it's 10, 20, even 50% off, because these savings really are a big deal.
You're not just one of thousands. You're not just a face in the crowd. You are unique. You're a name. You're a talent. You are an individual. Here, you're more than a student. Here, you're a friend. At Bethany, you are anything you set your mind to. A place where teachers know your name and friendships last a lifetime. Let Bethany Lutheran College become your family.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bethany Esports versus the University of Illinois. I am Logan, and joining me today is Eli, and we've got a great matchup for you guys today. Eli is going to go over some keys to the game.
First off, Bethany Esports wants to defend their side of the jungle. You don't want to get steamrolled in the early game and have that snowball into an after effect later on. Next, they want to choose their battleground. Make sure they're fighting in the right locations, where they've got wards set up, they have vision, they have the advantage. Don't overextend. And the last thing they want to do is allocate their gold. Make sure we've got the gold on the right people, on your damage dealers. They're the ones that are going to win you the fight. Your tank items, not that expensive. Your damage items are really pricey.
Definitely very important keys to the game for the matchup today. Hopefully is going to be a great game for Bethany Esports side of things, but we're going to throw it over to Champ Select for game one. All right, into Champion Select here, pick band for Bethany Esports versus University of Illinois. For Bethany Esports, we have in the top lane Shen, jungle is Ivern, mid lane Oriana, Samira as AD carry, and Nautilus as support. And the University of Illinois, we have Renekton in the top lane, Lilia in the jungle, Akali in the mid lane, and then Ezreal and Bard in the bot lane.
Bethany Esports drafted a comp that is really focused on getting picks and brawling. They've got a lot of crowd control, maybe not as much lane presence. Obviously, Oriana can brawl out with her Clockwork windup, but for the most part, it looks like they're looking to brawl later in the game. University of Illinois has a very high burst comp going on right now. Bard, the ult, can lock people out of a team fight. Renekton stun them up. Lilia ult. Obviously, you've got Akali and Ezreal to burst people down.
Yeah, and Bethany Esports having that late game team fighting comp, wanting to keep a lot of stability and kind of not go into the scrappy skirmishers early into the game. So we're going to have to see how well they can do it, holding out until that 3-item power spike for a lot of those champions, 30 minutes into the game, and then go from there. We are heading into game number one here. Everybody loading in, getting ready to go. Pretty exciting. We were watching a lot of the games like weeks prior and whatnot, and they were all very exciting. Bethany Esports obviously having a very good start so far to the season with a lot of their preseason games even. Beating the likes of University of Minnesota, doing a really good job all around.
Yeah, they've been doing really well. A couple of notable picks here is Hanjay on Shen. He's against the Renekton. He likes playing Renekton. He likes playing brawlers in lane because he can kind of bully people out. He played it a lot before. He's also played Lucian. That obviously got banned out, so we'll see how the top lane goes.
Invade coming in here from Bethany Esports here. They're going to catch out the Renekton. Hezi can land the root. He does, and it's all the dash in Samira with the passive knockup bonus there. What a great use early game of the Samira passive to get that easy first blood onto the top laner, Hanjay.
Now, this is another example of the game starts before minions spawn. So if you're not on your toes, you can get picked out. We just talked about how Bethany Esports has a lot of crowd control, a lot of pick potential, and that first kill going over to Hanjay, who likes to brawl in lane. He's already got an advantage.
And Bethany Esports actually did not get any wards on their bot side because they all went top side. So Illinois came in to the bot side jungle there, and he's going to try to sneak out. He gets hooked by Salamanders. He's rooted up by the Ivern. He's going to try to sneak out. He's going to get away. Not a lot of CC to follow up, but he's going to take some damage there. What I was going to say was Illinois got some wards into the bot side jungle here. You can see right up by Chickens and right over by Red Buff. So they're going to know how the jungle clear is going for the Ivern, at least what his starts are going to be. Because Ivern is a champion that you often want to, you can go steal like a buff, for instance. You can go to the enemy blue buff, and you can passive it, smite it instantly. But they're going to know now that he's not doing that. He's staying in his own jungle on both sides.
The downside to that is normally when you get the kind of information, you can invade a lot and do a lot of damage in the other team's jungle when the jungle is taking, say, a red buff, something that's going to do a lot of damage to them. Ivern doesn't take damage from jungle camps. He just, puts his passive on him and moves on. So they probably won't get a lot of picks on it. Lilia not known for getting picks early in the game anyway. So we'll see how that develops later on.
Bethany Esports choosing to pick a champion like Samira. I know you and I were talking about in previous games how we've really wanted Samira to be picked. She is a crazy strong champion right now. I know that I've been having my fun with her in solo queue, and I'm excited to see Wizardish pilot this champion. He is a very talented ADC. Wasn't always an ADC player, was also a very talented jungler, but doing a great job picking up the role of ADC. And I'm excited to see what his carry potential can be if they manage to get some gold allocation onto him, who's probably set up to be one of the hardest carries in this game.
And maybe as important as they're kind of brawling out here in the bottom lane, I don't think anything's going to come out of it. Maybe as important as the pick itself is what they're pairing it with. They've got a Nautilus down there. That is nothing but crowd control and tankiness and making sure the team fight lasts long enough when they get to level 6. I have no doubt that Samira is going to be able to get to the point where she can actually use her ult once, maybe twice in a fight, and that's going to be absolutely huge.
Got a gank coming in the mid lane, just chilling, trying to catch out Hollywood. Not going to be able to land the seed, so he's not going to get slowed. However, Hezi is in the river, though. It looks like he's engaging onto Lilia right now. Does get the root and lands Hollywood with follow-up with the command onto him. He's going to flash for the auto attack, double auto attacks, and that is another kill picked up for Esports for Bethany. Zeno is going to just dash away, and he's okay. And Hezi's going down to the bot side to secure that Scuttle Crab.
We also saw just before that, again, we said it 3 times already, Hanjay loves brawling. Even though he's in a minion wave, he's playing Shen. He can use, the ability that lets him not take auto attacks or any damage from minions. So he can brawl out the Renekton. Even though Renekton's got a CS lead, Renekton's not feeling too good. I mean, he's got to fall his health back, but he burned a teleport for it. So that's a huge summoner spell used up.
Yeah, Hanjay now having the teleport priority. Hezi is ganking the mid lane, though. Zeno is going to get out with a little bit of health, just chilling coming in to try to do the counter gank, but nobody's going to die. They're all going to back off. Everything is safe and sound. Hanjay holding this wave about perfectly outside of the tower. If he can keep holding it there, it's exactly where he wants to be. He's got his kill advantage. He's down some CS, but if he can pick up those minions, you can even that out pretty easily. There's a 1K gold lead for Bethany Esports already at only 4.5 minutes into this game. That is crazy.
And that's coming down to, at level 1, they start off with a 400 gold lead because they got first blood before minions had even spawned.
Great hook there from Salamanders onto Hukashisha, and he's going to back off with a dash in from Wizardish. He's going to all in. The Ignite goes onto the Ezreal. He is going to get out with his life, but he is probably going to be poked out of this lane. No health potions left for Ezreal. And it looks like Bethany is going to back off. He's going to push the wave into the tower probably, then just get out of there. Ezreal is backing, so lots of pokes still going back and forth between Hollywood and Zeno here. There's a almost 10 CS lead from Hollywood over this Akali. Bosch already back. Burned his teleport to come back into the lane so he can catch that. So that is going to be that summoner down. I just realized this, didn't see before. Wizardish actually has exhaust on Samira. So that's actually going to be really good for his 1v1s. So like Akali or like Renekton trying to catch him out are not going to have such an easy time trying to kill him later into the game.
And one of the reasons you would typically go heal on an ADC, obviously Ezreal went teleport because he's going to get bullied out. He wants to be able to go back.
Ooh, great shockwave there onto Zeno. He's so low. Just going to take a QW there from Orianna to finish off that kill. And he's just going to make it out.
As I was saying, typically you take heal. In this matchup, they've got a Shen at top lane. Shen's already level 6. They can use that stand united instead of having heal and get a lot more pressure and keep their AD carry a little more safe later on into the game. Obviously, that means you can't make a hero play and save your support if he overextends just a little bit.
Hezzy coming to the top lane, just giving the shield and running. Big flex. One thing I wanted to point out was, if you saw before the skirmish mid lane, Hollywood using his ultimate on Xeno. A lot of times you'll see Orianna players, even though they can't kill the enemy laner, they'll actually just ult them to lower their health, and that will force them to back, essentially, to give map control for Orianna. Hezzy caught out in the enemy jungle here. All right, yeah, they're going to back off. But yeah, so it's often the times that Oriannas will just ult on cooldown to keep lane priority. So I would expect that you're probably going to see that 1 to 2 more times here in the laning phase. But playfully coming back onto Hanjay, getting the trade skirmish back onto him. About even in damage.
That is Playfully's ultimate, and I don't think he did enough to really...
Ooh, flash in from Salamanders to catch him out. Ooh, here comes Chillin to the teleporter as well. Wizardess is really low, so not much he can do. They are going to back off, but great disengage there from Salamanders. Great hook, great auto.
Like I was saying, they used the Renekton ult. They didn't get a kill out of it. They didn't pressure Hanjay out of the lane. So it's kind of just a resource wasted, and now Renekton's pushed up. And you can see Hezzy kind of in that topside jungle, maybe looking to get a gank off while Renekton's pushed up. I think he's going to back off. He doesn't have TP quite yet, so they can force a lot of minions off. Shen already completing that Bomby Cinder. Another item to keep an eye on is the fact that Ezreal doesn't have tier. Typically, you'd see Ezreal get a tier on his first back. He's got a pickaxe right now. Maybe a little bit stronger brawling, but if he's still planning on going that Manamune build, he's going to be really late on it.
So the problem with that I see is that you're trying to brawl Samira, where Samira is a very talented brawl champion. Also, Hanjay, the enemy Shen, has a teleport and a stand united currently available. So it's going to be really hard for Ezreal to actually skirmish, because if he tries to actually go in, he's just going to get collapsed on by the enemy top laner. So unfortunately, probably not the best pickup. He probably should have went tier instead of the pickaxe, but we'll have to just see how it plays out because, you know, people make mistakes.
And it will be interesting. Maybe he's got a different build in mind where he's not planning on going tier. I guess we'll see how that develops. But yeah, you said it. I mean, you're probably not going to brawl out a Samira that has Exhaust, a Nautilus on his team, a Shen, global support all over the place.
Still skirmish heavy in the mid lane here. Back and forth, back and forth. Hollywood does have the blue buff on him. Ivor, now that he's 6, is it 5 or is it 6 that he shares the buff? I want to say 5.
I don't play that champion enough to know the answer.
I don't think anybody plays that champion enough to know the answer. I think it's 5 though. So once he's 5, he shares the buff. So now he and Orianna both have the ability to get blue buff, which is awesome because most junglers are just going to keep the buff all to themselves. With Ivern, he doesn't have that option. He has to give it away. So that's nice. Going to get Dragon here on the side of Bethany Esports. The first Dragon is an Ocean Drake. So that gets us set up for a Mountain Infernal or a Cloud Soul. But Hollywood getting hard engaged onto the ultimate and the Stand United coming in. The Shockwave coming in. Disengage goes out from the Akali. He's going to back off. Great engage there from Salamanders onto Hukashisha right there. He's going to go through the portal, but the follow-up's going to be right behind him there. And Salamanders is going to pick up that kill pretty easy. So the assist going on to Samira, unfortunately, but still getting the kill and the Dragon for Bethany Esports. 3-0 with a 1K gold lead at 9:40.
Bosch is in trouble.
Yeah, getting engaged on by the old Daisy there. Gets the knock up Salamanders, the passive auto with Samira, and the kill goes on to the Ivern.
A lot just happened. Salamanders is going to give the kill over to Ezreal because he knew that the Akali was coming down. They don't want to give a hyper-scaling champ, an assassin like that, the gold. So probably a really smart move to go back in, give the kill to the Ezreal that you already know is behind. Ezreal did complete the Manamune, so he's going to be stacking that. Again, he's going to be stacking it late, but better late than never. The Shen ult in the mid lane to save Hollywood was kind of twofold because Hollywood was actually getting ganked at the time. I don't know if he knew that or not, but Chillin was coming up and opted instead to go for the Rift Herald. So maybe an accident, but it worked out really well for Bethany Esports.
And Hanjay not having to burn the teleport back to get to the top lane. So now once again, freezing it in front of his tower. He's done such a good job at just holding himself in an ungankable, unkillable position in front of this Renekton. So mad props to him on that. The farm difference, he is down 20 CS, 25 CS, so He is going to have to try to catch up later. Zeno finding the control ward, getting engaged on here by Salamanders and Hollywood. He is going to be able to land the auto attack. The shockwave coming in. Akali pretty slippery though. Oh, she's going to go back in, but not set up for the counter engage from Bethany Esports. Andre shoving in the wave now.
I got to give a lot of credit to Zeno. Started this game, had to take his shadow at level 1 to not die right away. Was already behind. The Oriana's a really big bully. Keeping up in farm, keeping that gold close. Obviously doesn't have any kills because Oriana's so hard to kill. But, you know, staying in the game, staying relevant.
Oriana's super hard to kill, and she is going Archangel Staff. And that's going to be a massive shield later. Ivern's going to have massive shields later. It's going to be pretty crazy, but Hollywood is caught out in the mid lane. Oh, Akali is going to back off. Hanjay freezing in front of the tower again. Yeah, these team fight shields, the Shen ultimate, Stand United was the other shield that I was thinking of. There's going to be a crazy team fight later on into this game.
Zeno has to be so frustrated. Every time he gets a good engage onto Hollywood, he has to burn his ult just to get away because somebody from the bot lane showed up in mid lane. I would be very annoyed if I was Zeno right now.
Yeah, all in going on to Hukashisha right now. Daisy diving into the tower. Rifttail getting summoned in the top lane. That Hukashisha is so low right now, and he's just dancing. The teleport's coming into the bot lane. It's the Renekton. They are going to have to disengage. Hanjay going to stop the Rifttail from taking the top lane tower. And everybody is going to back off. Nothing happened. Nothing came of it.
Top lane tower doesn't go down, but all of those plates just went on to Just Chillin'. There wasn't a top laner there because he had TP'd out to take any of that plate money. So that's a lot of gold going on a jungler who was a little bit behind. We'll have to see how that develops into this mid game. Should give her a very nice power spike.
And it does bring the total gold lead to only a couple hundred between the two. Bethany Esports still having the lead. Oh, great hook landing onto the Ezreal, and Wizardish finally picking up a kill. Fantastic hook from Salamanders there.
Salamanders has played a really good early game. He's been landing hooks in lane. He's been roaming up mid lane, just frustrating Zeno, like I've been saying. And he's given Wizardish this, you know, it's about a 10 CS lead, but he's also got a kill and 3 assists. I think he's got a back soon for an item, and actually Wizardish already has the Merc Tread, so the Bard lockdowns aren't going to last as long, and that's really the only thing I can think of, unless they're worried about Just Chill and ganking with their ultimate.
Could be. Hollywood using the self shockwave on himself there. Hezi ganking now. If he can land the root, it's probably a dead Akali, but she is going to back out. Misses the root, unfortunately. Pretty low. Oh, the flash hook from Salamanders, but Zeno's going to flash away safely. Once again, nobody in the mid lane is dying. And the farm lead is, or the CS difference is exactly the same. Just another stalemate.
Just another stalemate, but Salamander's trading his flash for Zeno's flash I think is really, really worthwhile. Akali has a ton of mobility already. You take that extra bit out, maybe she doesn't survive with this, you know, 150, 300 health like she has been.
Yeah, and Akali actually trying to like get these minions and poke. Dragon's up in less than a minute right now. So she should probably be backing off soon to set up for that. Less than 15 seconds now for Dragon. And bot lane is getting pushed up. They're going to try to take this tower before Dragon spawns. Nope, they're going to back off to Dragon. And it is, what Dragon we got? We got a Cloud Dragon. So Soul's going to be their Mountain or Infernal. We'll have to wait and see here. But it looks like they're going to take this uncontested. If Ezreal and Bard try to come around this corner, they're going to get hooked by Salamanders again. And it's probably not going to end well for Illinois. So, yep, they back off. And we got Mountain Soul.
That is, for Bethany Esports being ahead on Dragons and Mountain Soul coming up, and they've got this really kind of tanky, brawly team comp, that's not good news for the University of Illinois. They're going to have to really prioritize denying that Mountain Soul, because I just don't see how you kill the Shen or the Nautilus if they've got 2 Mountain Dragons and a Mountain Soul.
Basically, yay, more tankiness. Great hook from Salamanders onto Hukashisha. Again, the exhaust goes out. The dive coming in for Wizards gets the ultimate off, but Bard out great. Stasis everybody. He's going to continue the fight, but he is caught out now. He flashes over the wall to get out. The shockwave missing. Salamanders hooking Bosch once again to get the kill. Akali diving in hard. Wizard is countering with the ultimate yet again. The lifesteal keeping him alive, and Hollywood is finally going to get a kill. Meanwhile, Hanjay is being dove all the way back by the inhibitor tower. Oh my gosh. The tower is going to get destroyed by Bethany, and it's going to be the second tower of the game. What a crazy fight. Both sides of the map, but Bethany Esports coming out with 3 kills for 1.
That was what we were talking about earlier. Wizard has spent so much time really low in health, didn't die, had the time to build up style points, get the ultimate off, and ultimately win the fight in a situation where one little mistake and you've got an Akali walking away with 3 or 4 kills, and that'd be a really dangerous spot for Bethany Esports. As it is, they extend their lead, give up a little bit of pressure top. Hanjay takes one for the team. He's got TP. He's a Shen. He doesn't really care all that much. Should be okay.
Wizardish going to be getting a red buff now from the Ivern. We have entered the mid game. We have entered the skirmish fights. The towers, 1 tower broken on each side of the map. So now if you're Bethany Esports, you're probably going to be looking to go to the mid lane here to take that tower to open up the mid lane and open up the map significantly more.
Not a lot going on right now. The second Rift Herald is up. I don't think they're going to spend a lot of resources trying to take that down. Ivern trying to win the vision control game right now. Playfully had to sort of concede that ward, and he's going to lose his other ward too, just because. There's not a whole lot going on. Well, Hanjay.
Great taunt onto Zeno. Hanjay owning this lane now, freezing it right in front of his tower. Doing great with wave manipulation. Somebody should have him go coach the pro scene for a little bit. Could probably teach him a thing or two. Looks like Rift Herald is up, and they're going to go for that. Hanjay just distracting Zeno as best he can. He could try to chase it down, but she's going to have so much mobility to get away. Oh my gosh, she's so low. The taunt should be up in only a couple seconds to get this. Oh, Lilia coming down to defend. Hanjay forced to back up, unfortunately. And Hukashish is coming down here. He does have the Bard ultimate up to freeze the tower, but as he's going to summon the Rift Herald mid, and that's going to be a free tower for them in the mid lane. Hanjay backing off so that way he can't be dove. Ooh, Bard is going to stop the headbutt. So no headbutt damage, but they're still going to pick up the tower because not enough of Illinois is here to counter them.
I actually wonder if that was a mistake in this scenario. A lot of times you want to prevent that, but they don't have people rotating over. And now there's just more health for it to hit your tier 2 turret. Your tier 1 was already going to go down anyway. Maybe you could have killed it after the headbutt. I think that Bard ult was probably a mistake. They lose 2 turrets for this.
Yeah, you could have prevented the second headbutt and all the damage from that. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Good job.
Thank you.
Hanjay not going to make it. Oh, he's going to make it. Never mind. Defends the tower for now. That tower's going to go down pretty soon, though. Wall of bushes getting warded up so they can see through it. All those Ivern tricky bushes there.
Yeah, Hanjay's been trying to assert his authority as the best ninja on the map, and in a strict 1v1, I think he is a lot stronger than Zeno right now. But again, Zeno just hasn't gotten any kills. 0-1-0, 147 farm, not even doing that well.
Another great hook from Salamanders onto an enemy team.
Every time I try to say something, Salamanders hooks somebody.
Oof. Good shockwave, good follow from Wizardish, but playfully is going to get out. The tower top lane is going to go down, so now we have a totally open map almost. And Dragon is up in less than a minute, so this Dragon should be pretty free for Bethany Esports. I can't see a world where Illinois can test this unless they can get a pick on somebody from Bethany, but they've been playing pretty safe and pretty much as a unit, I would say. So it's going to be pretty hard to pick them off.
Well, we talked about this in our keys to the game. You know, they wanted to pick their own battlegrounds. Well, right now, their battleground is the map. Salamanders is hooking anybody he can get his giant, meaty hook on. He's looking like he's going to try to get another one, but it just seems like they're always getting resources when Salamander's in the area, so he's doing extraordinarily well.
Yeah. Zeno was caught out there, did escape, but I would say they're just, right now, Illinois is asking to be engaged on right now by Salamanders. They're standing out in the open. They're waiting for the Nautilus hook to come in. They're getting currently sandwiched right now. They need it back and funnel together. The flash hook coming in from Salamanders, landing it onto Zeno. Fantastic follow-up. The Bard ult coming out, but missing everybody. Zeno going to make it out with the dash. And now they can maybe re-engage here in the river now that Zeno's out of the picture. Lands the hook onto the Ezreal and the taunt follow-up, and they get the kill. Meanwhile, Hollywood gets the Shed ultimate. Stand United comes down. Salamanders going in hard, and there goes Wizardus popping off with the ultimate on Samira. Hook on Salamanders, landing again onto Lilia. Wizardus going in, gets the E reset, kills the Bard. Hanjay follows it up and gets the kill. And that is 3 dead for Illinois, and Bethany are going to take the Dragon.
I have been saying this all game. Salamanders is putting this team on his back. And honestly, Hollywood probably should have died there, and then he got more than a full health bar in shields from popping the Seraph's Embrace, his own shield, and the Stand United. And that's, again, going to be really frustrating for University of Illinois. They haven't been that far behind in these fights. They're only down 5K gold, but they're down by 9 kills, and they've only taken 1 turret. It doesn't feel like they should be behind, but they are, and it's got to be really frustrating.
Yeah, when somebody who plays lots of Samira now, when you almost kill her and then she just pops ulti and stays alive with that lifesteal, that is the most frustrating thing. I guess I can't say that because I don't really play against her, but I can imagine it's the most frustrating thing to play against for sure.
Well, and you're talking about her lifesteal. She hasn't built a lifesteal item yet. That's all in her runes that she's surviving this. I can't imagine once she gets a Vampiric Scepter that she's ever going to die.
I was going to say she has Doran's Blade, but she doesn't have that. She is going to go on to Illinois right now, popping the ult already, getting the solo kill onto the Ezreal, and she's probably going to kill Hukashisha, and that's a double kill, a 1v2 onto Samira. She's 5-0-6. That's just good. She's going to run over the rest of this game. Zeno trying to find a pick onto Hollywood right now on the side lane. He's going to land the Shockwave. Salamanders is here with the hook. He doesn't see to get the ulti off right now. He does land it. He's super low. Salamander's going to pick up the kill. Meanwhile, Playfully finally getting the tower in the bot lane. Hanjay should be able to survive. Doing a lot of chunk damage, but that's great healing there from the Renekton. But Bethany Esports is just going to take the Baron because there's 3 dead and Renekton's in the bot lane.
Once again, Zeno thinks he's got a fight, and then Salamander shows up and spoils all of his fun. Wizardish, we were just talking about. Oh, we got a DC. Wonder if that is going to be a surrender?
Yep. So that's a surrender, it looks like. And Bethany Esports, that's the sudden ending, but Bethany Esports is going to take game 1 against the University of Illinois.
And I don't think it's any surprise Salamander is going to be my MVP for game 1. Making plays absolutely everywhere, keeping everybody alive. And then at the end, Samira able to just 1v2 the other lane. And we talked about it with the Ezreal, buying the tier late. He didn't scale up ever, really at all. They just didn't get enough gold on him, and he couldn't do anything.
I absolutely agree, 100%. And we will see all of you back here for game 2.
Fight or flight. Everyone's wired to be one or the other. If you can't get away, could you get out of a situation? Learn to defend yourself with Krav Maga training at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, the only alpha Krav Maga certified instructors in Southern Minnesota. Krav Maga is self-defense. Find out more at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, located on Commerce Drive behind Subway, North Mankato, or go online at smma.rocks.
Southern Minnesota Martial Arts is a healthy environment, operating with current COVID-19 sanitation and distancing standards and guidelines.
Spend less on going out to eat, getting your oil changed, and so much more at the Big Deals online store. Head to RadioMankato.com and click on Big Deals. Start saving today, whether it's 10, 20, even 50% off, because these savings really are a big deal.
You're not just one of thousands. You're not just a face in the crowd. You are unique. You're a name. You're a talent. You are an individual. Here, you're more than a student. Here, you're a friend. At Bethany, you are anything you set your mind to. A place where teachers know your name and friendships last a lifetime. Let Bethany Lutheran College become your family.
All right, everybody, and welcome to Game 2 of Bethany Esports versus the University of Illinois. On blue side this time, we have Illinois with Set in the top lane, Volibear in the jungle, Syndra in the mid lane, and Samira and Alistar in the bot lane. On red side with Bethany, we have Renekton in the top lane, Lilia in the jungle, Lucian in the mid lane, and Heimerdinger and Nautilus rounding out the bot lane.
University of Illinois taking a page out of Bethany Esports book, taking that Samira. They saw it carry last game. We'll see how they can handle it this game. Syndra, a ton of burst damage. And then Volibear, Set, and Alistar are really catered to that longer team fight style like we kind of saw Bethany Esports do last game. Bethany Esports side, they've got Lucian in the mid lane. They picked that really early because they can put it wherever they want to. They want to send it top, mid, bot, doesn't matter. They got 3 people that can play it. Lilia in the jungle obviously gives you that long range pick potential once she hits level 6, a ton of pressure. We talked about last time how Hanjay really likes playing Renekton. They banned the Shen away from him this game, so yep, Croc. He's gonna take the Gator. We're gonna move on, and then the Heimerdinger bot lane gonna build a city of turrets and just challenge you to come on in.
We are loading up here onto the Rift. Noel, how do you do there? Emote from the Pengu. I always like to see that. We're going to have a very interesting game, too, on our hands here. Bethany Esports demolishing Illinois, I would say, in that first game, causing the surrender even, which is something you don't really see very often. So it's going to be very important for Illinois to get their mental back and to try to restructure so they can put up a fighting chance, I would say, in this game.
Yeah, to be frank, University of Illinois, they got poleaxed in game 1. They were not ready for what they were walking into. They let Salamanders pick Nautilus again. He was our MVP last game. Obviously, they don't know we picked him as the MVP, but we'll see if he can continue the success on this champion. And once again, Wizardish has exhaust because why not? I really have to question whether or not the University of Illinois will be able to win this one if it goes too late, because their whole kind of team comp, I mean, their whole front line just wants to go forward, forward, forward. Heimerdinger's going to pop Zonias and just shred you while you can't touch him. So we'll see how they play around that. Maybe they get burst damage. They got to get Xeno some kills this game if they want to win this.
And it's going to be pretty interesting with with Lilia, her passive doing the percent max health, much like Leandri. So lots of good tank damage, but not consistent damage. So we're going to have to see how the team fight actually would play out later into the game. But if I know anything about Bethany Esports, is they're pretty aggressive when they need to be. So it's pretty likely that if they picked an early game team comp, that they will probably play that fairly well, I would say.
I totally agree. We'll have to see if they could win this one as quickly. They've got some more kind of scaliness to it. Obviously, the Lucian's pretty much strong at all levels of the game. But we'll, you can't let the Syndra get too much money or she's going to delete your whole team. If they can deny Xeno a lot of gold this game once again, I think they got a really good shot at going 2-0.
And Hanjay, now that he's playing the Renekton, did a great job last game playing the Shen and freezing the wave permanently basically outside of his tower. So it's going to be interesting to see. Oh, okay. Well, Flash double shot ignite, first blood for Hollywood.
That's first blood.
All right. Well, that's game. No, great job from Hollywood there. Looks like an engage there from Hukashisha onto Salamanders. Going to have a great hook, great damage onto him. So he's going to be chunked pretty low. Scattered the Weak lands onto Hollywood, but Hollywood getting aggressive, going all in, and trading the same amount back. He is going to be just low enough. Xeno does have flash to do the ball, and he is going to get the return kill. That'll happen when you use all your resources on the first kill and get aggressive for the second, but 1 for 1, all in all. This is already, in the first 2 minutes, less than 3 minutes, way more volatile than the mid lane matchup was in the last game.
In fact, actually, University of Illinois has half as many kills in the first 3 minutes as they had all game last game, and it's on somebody that's really important because they realistically have 2 people that are going to do damage.
Oh, Salamander's flashing over the wall to try to get onto the Volibear. He's going to get stunned up, and Hezi is just going to make it away. He is going to get dead by the Samir. She is going to dash in onto Wizardish. He should be able to make it out here, but she's got her full passive stacks up, so she is zooming behind him. The dive is going to come in. Great flash from Wizardess. Oh, the hook misses from Salamanders. The stun, though, for Wizardess, and is going to kill the Bosch underneath the tower. Oh, my gosh, great kills there for Bethany Esports. Playfully, though, is going to kill Hanjay in the top lane. I lost track of who died, I'm going to be honest with you.
But
it's 3-3 is the scoreline, so we're still tied. So it'll be 2-2 across the map then is what that fight ended up being. But, okay, so Just Chillin' stole the blue buff.
Yes.
Got the kill.
Yes.
Teleport coming in from Hanjay in the top lane. He's going to stun up playfully. The flash is going to go away. He does have the shield to block out the damage, but Hanjay is going to get the solo kill. Meanwhile, okay, Hukashisha launches Nautilus over the wall to get him away from him. So as I was saying, we stole the blue buff, got caught out.
Yes.
Salamander's going ham, flashing the wall for the stun, and starting that whole chain of events there. But what I want to get to is that Hezi does not have his blue buff, unless he got it from Volibear, but I don't think he did. If he didn't, then Lilia doesn't have the blue buff. That's going to be kind of hard for her to clear her camps. Yep, double buff is on Salamanders there, so she is going to steal the red buff now, which is really good, but Lilia is very mana dependent early into the game, so hopefully that doesn't slow down his clearing speed too much, I would say. I would hope.
Hanjay getting into a little bit of trouble, brawling as much as he has earlier, but he did play that last little skirmish very well. He held on to his Q until after the shield came out of the set, got an extra auto in, guaranteed himself the kill, took an extra turret shot, but he doesn't care. It's 300 gold comfortably in his pocket.
Hanjay getting good trades here playfully. Does land the stun and the old haymaker for some good damage. Hollywood still trying to skirmish with Xeno, but getting chunked out more than he is. The CS lead is in Hollywood's favor, but we'll have to see. He does have the corrupting potion. I think he just used his last stack, I'm pretty sure. Oh, the Hex Flash coming in there to catch out Salamanders. They are going into turrets, though, so there's nothing they can really do. The hook is blocked by the AoE wind wall from Samira. Hanjay landing the stun underneath the tower, missing the stun on Renekton, and Hanjay picking up the kill onto Playfully. Botch dive there, I would say.
I have to question whether or not that was very smart. You already have him chunked out. You don't necessarily need to dive to go get that kill. Just take your lane dominance and walk away. He gets super punished for this. Obviously Hezi showed up. I don't know if he gets the kill even if Hezi's not there. That seemed like a really risky, very high risk, sort of medium reward dive in that situation.
Right. And I'm seeing this bot lane right now, just thinking of that last skirmish that we had. This Heimerdinger pick is like super big brain right now against the Samira. Every time that Alistar and the Samira like dive in to try to get a kill, all in from Hollywood, but the ultimate's going to come in from Xeno. Oh. And he does get it up. Another 1-for-1 trade for each other in the mid lane. 10 CS up for Hollywood. This is way more exciting than the last one. I like it. Good job, mid lane.
There's just so much more going on. And to your point about the going forward of the University of Illinois and their bot lane, Alistar, he's got his headbutt pulverized. He's just there. He's going to be there for a while. All he can do is walk away unless he wants to flash out. Obviously, that's not ideal, but Heimerdinger's going to keep you there. And if Samira hadn't blocked the Nautilus hook, at least one person from University of Illinois was going to die in that fight because there were 3 turrets going and they were about to get their lasers off.
Yeah, and if Samira goes into the turrets, she can't go out of the turrets because her dash has a 20-second cooldown early into the game. Obviously, she gets a kill, she can reset and leave, but it's going to be really hard for her to get a kill once the Heimerdinger has the Zonias. But the engage is going to go on to Salamander. He's going to get knocked out into the edge of the tower. Wizardish is going to stun up the Volibear, and Hezi's going to show up for the kill. He is zooming now. He gets the sleep off. If they time this correctly, they could get another kill, but Salamander's too low to follow up. Double kill onto Hezi there, onto the Alistar. Lands the seed onto Bosch. The stun comes in from Wizardish, and this is probably going to be another kill. Hezi can poke, get the auto. The burn damage is going to be there, but it's not going to be enough. It's just going to be on the hair. Oh, they're just going to play with it. Hezi just has to go down a Q, and it's an easy kill. That is an unofficial triple for Hezi, and he is just running rampage on the bot lane.
I was worried about that fight right away. Salamanders went in. There was a Volibear right behind him. I didn't actually see Hezi coming in behind that. They were very confident they could win that fight. Obviously, the Heimerdinger stopwatch was up, so he can, not really tank damage, but just sort of mitigate it that way. Salamanders, I think, lived with about 12 health. He got his shield up, and it mitigated all of the damage of an Ignite. I mean, every single tick. And if it had lasted 1 second less, he would have died. But he survives. They get 3 for nothing in the bot lane. Wizardish has 5 assists, but, that's gold in his pocket, and he's actually up in farm in this lane, which is kind of crazy.
And I was looking at the side here, just chilling on Volibear. He is only level 5 right now, so he's not even level 6. I'm waiting for him to get his ultimate so he can maybe make an early play, something like diving top lane to try to get some more gold back onto the set. He just hit 6 now, so we should be looking for an ultimate play here to disable a tower. But Hezi did have the XP lead. He'll be level 7 soon. So it is still Bethany's game with a 3K gold lead at 8 minutes. We'll just have to see how it goes. But the stun does land on the Lucian. Playfully, meanwhile, engaging on Renekton. Hollywood is going to flash ulti out. He doesn't have anything else, he's going to get the disengage off, so he's good to go. Hanjay, meanwhile, still skirmishing with Playfully. Basically an even trade so far. Just chilling to clear out some wards, and Infernal Drake is up. Nobody's taken the Dragon yet, but Hanjay is going to pop the ultimate for the fight. Meanwhile, Hezi is chasing down the bear. He does have the ultimate fairly soon, and he is going to get the first kill onto Hollywood there onto the Volibear, and Hezi's going to back out, and that would probably be a good time to take that Infernal Drake.
Bethany Esports allocating gold. You've already got 3 kills onto Hezi. Why not get an extra one onto Hollywood? So now, both of them have 3 kills. Hollywood was basically fighting that lane to a standstill. We'll see if he can kind of make that gold lead for him work into a favorable matchup. And very quietly, Bethany Esports actually up 4K gold going for the Dragon.
Fairly easy Dragon take here. All of the Dragon takes actually have been pretty easy, other than one from last game. They team fought at the Dragon, but it was pretty easy to do the team fight. They were so far ahead. So lots of control that they've had over the neutral objectives so far. I don't think Illinois has even gotten, they didn't get a Rift Herald, they didn't get a Dragon. So yeah, Bethany Esports having a total domination of all neutral objectives across 2 games so far. And I'd imagine it's just going to keep moving forward.
And I'm going to tie that in with...
Catch out there, Sleep onto Xeno right there. He's going to flash. Hollywood should be able to follow up. The Volibear coming in to save the day, so they're all good to go. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, just a basic skirmish here, back and forth. Engaged from Hukashisha onto Salamanders. Does get the Samira passive. Stun tried to go up from Wizardess, but whisks the rockets in the stuns. And all in all, a trade for Illinois' favor. Does land the hook on Hukashisha right there, and he's going to disengage back. They try to pull into the towers, but the Bosch is going to dash in. Hukashisha engaging onto Heimerdinger, and he's going to go in. Bosch using the W way too early and getting hit by the entire rockets from Wizardess, and it's a double kill for Heimerdinger. You do not want to use that W instinctively because that is when bad things happen.
That's just comfort level on a champion. Wizardish knows his openings in this matchup. He knows he has to wait for the Samira spell shield to come down, and as soon as it does, he feels very comfortable flashing in and ulting his rockets and getting basically a free kill. They never felt like they were behind in that fight.
Hanjay and Playfully still fighting it out. Xeno trying to chase down Wizardess. He's going to have Scatter the Weak to get the stun. If Wizardess can dodge it, just unleashes the power and drops him.
Yep. Well, and that's the early boots completion on the Syndra is what made that happen. Wizardish still sitting on tier 1 boots. Neither of them had flash, so advantage of the Syndra. This top lane is still super brawly.
Flash backwards for Playfully. The seed was going to miss. Stun goes on from Hanjay. He is going to try to get the ultimate to get back into his tower, but he throws the Haymaker for the shield, and Hanjay slices and dices, and Hezi gets the kill. Ooh, Hukashisha, though, is going to find him in the bush.
I don't think he wants this fight.
Yeah, he should be fine. He's just going to stop the back. Just chilling, finding that control word finally.
Was that flash a misclick? I don't understand. He was not going to get hit by that. He was out. He was gone.
Yeah, I think it had to have been a misclick. Salamander's catching out, just chilling, lands the hook. Big ultimate coming in from Wizardish, but he's going to force the ulti out from just chilling, so that's going to stunt his playmaking for the next 2 minutes, minute and a half.
Wizardish has the Luden's Echo and completed boots. He's actually very, very strong right now. I imagine his next item is going to be Zonia's.
Hollywood going to pick up this kill on the Xeno there. Great hook from Salamander. The teleport coming in for Playfully. They're going to CC him down for now. Use the ultimate on the Nautilus. The Haymaker doing the damage and going to get the stun onto Hollywood. Hollywood barely making it out, but just dropping down at the last second. Here comes Hezi, though. He's going to get the kill for the return. Bosch is just dying to the towers. He's not even paying attention, dude. What are you doing? Wizardish gets the kill in the bot lane.
Those aren't normal minions, man. You got to watch out for those. And those shots do proc the Luden's Echo, so as soon as that come up, the Luden's proc just kills him. It's completely unaware of what's going on right now.
Not watching his screen. I don't know. Watching mid or something?
They're putting a lot of pressure on this mid turret. Once again, they got the Rift Herald controlling these objectives. The whole map is still their battleground. Same thing as last game. They're up 10 kills. They're up 8K gold. They're pretty much doing whatever they want. The difference is that University of Illinois is pushing back a lot more than they did last game. They've got gold. Granted, it's not a lot, but they've got gold. They've got some items on their Syndra, but Syndra isn't building the burst items because she's been getting bullied out all game.
There is a 3K, more than a 3K gold difference in the jungle right now.
Oh. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Hezzy landing the sleep on an Alistar, misses the Q. Nice headbutt to get away, though. Yeah, good job on the Alistar there, using the headbutt to move away from Lilia's watch out Eep ability. It's her W.
Is that what that's called?
Yes, I probably will not be saying it like that in a normal team fight, so that's probably the only time you're going to hear it.
I challenge you to do it.
We'll see. I just don't feel like yelling watch out Eep multiple times. We'll see. We'll see how I feel.
Hanjay worked himself into another 20 CS lead in the top lane. I actually think he was behind last time, but Renekton should probably be the CS leader in whatever lane he's in. Like you mentioned, Hezzy's got way more gold. He actually just finished the Leandries, so those abilities burn that much more. And there's just a lot of item power spikes going on. Nautilus is tanky. Nothing else is new there. And Hollywood does a ludicrous amount of damage, but he's been doing that all game, so we're not surprised with anything there either.
And he's definitely been providing the aggression to go up with the damage that he's been doing. Obviously, he has 3 deaths. They've been trading kills with each other constantly in the mid lane. But he is not being afraid to be aggressive and deal that damage. Mountain Dragon is up right now. Alistar is behind the Nautilus. They could, once they see him, they're going to pick out Just Chill, don't expend the Nautilus ultimate. Volibear ultimate coming in onto Hezzy. He's going to try to get out. He's going to flash into the pit. Samira dashing in to try to chase him down, but here comes the set with a giant playmaker onto Playfully. Is going to get the kill. Looks like Samira's going to go down. Double kill for Salamanders. They're going to exhaust up Hukashisha, and they're most likely going to pick up this kill. Stun coming in. Triple kill onto Salamanders. Goes golden in the animation for the flex points. Hanjay was going to dive to the tower, but he had aggro right away. Ocean Soul now coming up after Bethany takes the Mountain Soul. And the slice and dice coming in, the stun, the ultimate coming in from Syndra to get the kill. She is just looking for that Salamander's kill. There's some 500 shutdown gold on that Nautilus, and she wants it. Wizardess throwing the great damage. The tower going to finish off the kill. Wizardess getting the kill onto the Syndra. And Bethany Esports is up 10k gold at 16 minutes with 2 dragons, 21-8. I think that this game is probably just as over as last one was.
Xeno did a really good job getting a kill back on that dive. Probably ill-advised from Hanjay, but his only speed is go right now. But then flashing forward to try to get the second kill. Obviously, you don't know the cooldown on the Nautilus shield, so unfortunately he doesn't get that. But the flash forward causes him to also die, so it's another one of those risk-reward plays that you're not really sure you want to take. But I guess they've got to go for something, right? You're behind, you have to make a play, get some gold. And it's just not working for them right now. Wizardish is playing really well in this Heimerdinger, and by that I mean University of Illinois. I don't know if they have turrets
teleport
on
came in from Xeno. He's going to try to pick out Wizardish, and he does. All right, bye. See ya. Guess he's gone. Meanwhile, Hanjay and Hezzy are going to try to fight against Playfully in the top lane. They're going to take him down eventually. It's just inevitable. They're so far ahead, and they're going to pick the kill up. Another kill onto Hezzy. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Hukashisha's caught up by Hollywood. Great hook again onto Salamanders. Nothing new here. And they're, headbutt actually onto Hollywood, but they're still going to get the kill. Double kill for Hollywood. Also killed the Bosch, it looks like. It was a 2v2 in favor of Bethany. Just chilling. Oh, sneaking away, but getting hooked up by Salamanders again. He has just got the killer instinct.
If you want an idea of whether or not you're behind in this game, check to see if your jungler is the same level as the other team's support. If that's true, something's goofy. Somebody's got a lot of XP and a lot of gold, or somebody's really far behind. And right now, Just Chillin' hasn't gotten anything going. 0-4-2. He's only taken part in 2 kills, and he's down 20 CS.
Yeah. This is a solo queue game where at the end you just say jungle diff. I don't support toxicity in solo queue, but I'd say jungle diff.
It does really feel that way. Hezzy has been all over the place supporting people where he needs to be. Kind of playing the Salamander's role from last game. And I think Salamanders has maybe missed 1 hook this game that I've seen.
Yeah, I was going to say he has not missed many hooks, if any at all.
In the series, really.
And it also helps that he has 5 kills and 8 assists, so he's just a tanky boy already. He's already got the Gargoyle Stone Plate. He's got his fully completed support item. I mean, the guy is just already tanky as can be. Just, he was trying to back, but it looks like they're going to go catch out Playfully again in the bot lane. Oh, poor guy. He thinks he's got away right now, but here's the Nautilus. Ooh, the flash, and he comes out with the ultimate to get away. He's going to get chain CC'd probably still to this point. He's going to lock up Salamander. Salamander's popping the ultimate. Hollywood throwing out the calling to get the kill, and that's another one for Bethany Esports. They're going to drop the Rift Herald in the bot lane, and this should be, I'm going to imagine, a double turret take for this Rift Herald if they push it through.
A little creativity.
Dive coming around here onto Illinois. They're going to play it safe. Just putting the pressure.
I was going to say, a little creativity by Playfully to maybe get out. If there was an avenue of escape in that situation, he pretty much took it. Unfortunately, Bethany Esports just too far ahead, has too much crowd control, couldn't get away.
No dragon on the map right now, so the only thing to do is to back. Baron is up in about 40 seconds, so Hanjay gets the Scuttle Crab. He's getting all the secured vision while the rest of Bethany backs. And I would say that's probably their next objective, is just to get the Baron and to close out the game as soon as possible, because you don't want, it's such a long ways away, but you don't want the Syndra, the Samira to get to a point in the game where they can start dueling you.
We talked about protecting your jungle. How about protecting your side of the map? University of Illinois has 0 turrets taken this game. They have not spent hardly any time at all on the enemy side of the map, and it shows. They just haven't been able to get anything going this game, besides they've got 5 kills on Zeno, but even he's died 4 times for it.
Yeah, the farthest that Illinois has gotten into the side of Bethany Esports map was that early invade onto the blue buff, and they've never gotten back into the jungle and that side of the map ever again. So definitely a great job from Bethany Esports in defending not only the jungle, but their side of the map. Ooh, we got a 2v1 now against Hanjay, but he's going to flash away. Should be safe there. Finally, the Volibear doing a gank, doing something. Going to catch out Hukashisha. The sleep can come out from Hezi if they feel it necessary. He is going to Zhonya's it away, but he is still probably just going to die after that. Hollywood does pick up the kill onto there. The ultimate from Syndra coming out onto Hezi. Samir going all in. The ultimate was just about to pop out, but the redemption saves Hollywood the last second. The stun coming in from Hanjay to stop Playfully from teleporting into the bot lane. The Haymaker coming out to get Renekton out of the way. They're going to just back off. Easy skirmish. They're all good to go. And the Engage coming into the bot lane. They're going to get the kill. They're going to take the tower. And I think that this is the game. Yep, the surrender comes through. And Bethany Esports is going to win the series 2-0.
Boy, it really feels like Bethany just sort of slowly strangled University of Illinois out of that game, like a kind of a python squeezing the breath out of the other team. I'm going to give player of the game to Hezi. Excellent map control all game, everywhere he needed to be, doing a ton of damage, and honestly, just putting his team in a position to stomp this game.
Something I saw consistently throughout the series was somebody on the team, like moving around the map to help everybody, to set up all the plays. The first game it was Salamanders. He's the one we gave player of the game to. In this game it was Hezi. The guy was everywhere. He was in every gank. When Hollywood was going aggressive, he was there to help get the kill or to get the kill when when Hollywood couldn't quite get it. He was in the bot lane to stop Samir and Alistar from doing anything. He was controlling all the dragons. All neutral objectives over the whole series went to Bethany Esports, and that's because Hezi was just running rampant in the jungle. But we're going to send it off to a quick break, and when we come back, we will be doing all the post-game breakdown of what we just watched. Stay tuned.
Fight or flight. Everyone's wired to be one or the other. If you can't get away, could you get out of a situation? Learn to defend yourself with Krav Maga training at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, the only alpha Krav Maga certified instructors in Southern Minnesota. Krav Maga is self-defense. Find out more at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, located on Commerce Drive behind Subway, North Mankato, or go online at smma.rocks.
Southern Minnesota Martial Arts is a healthy environment operating with current COVID-19 sanitation and distancing standards and guidelines.
Alicia can't choose between pizza or wings for the game. This isn't a midterm. We say D, all of the above. Like new pizza wings at B-Dubs. The flavor of pizza on a wing. Mark these D for delicious. Pizza wings, one of 4 new sauces at Buffalo Wild Wings.
You're not just one of thousands. You're not just a face in the crowd. You are unique. You're a name. You're a talent. You are an individual. Here, you're more than a student. Here, you're a friend. At Bethany, you are anything you set your mind to. A place where teachers know your name and friendships last a lifetime. Let Bethany Lutheran College become your family.
Welcome back, everybody. What a great game we had today. Bethany Esports winning 2-0 over University of Illinois. Our player of the series today is going to go to Salamanders.
And I think that's really well deserved. In game one, he obviously got the MVP. He was all over the place, making plays, and defending his side of the jungle on the bottom half of the map. Top half of the map, they didn't really need to worry about. Objective control was there from Hezi. So, getting those early leads going. And in game two, allocating gold maybe a little bit too much to himself, but, still put his team in a position to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Salamander's doing a great job this week, and honestly, all the players did such a great job, but Salamander's definitely going above and beyond and playing his heart out today. But that's going to do it for us today. Remember, tune in next week, Wednesday at 6 p.m. for Bethany Esports versus Illinois Wesleyan, and there's also a watch party at Buffalo Wild Wings at 6 p.m. as well, so be sure to either tune into that or go enjoy some great wings. But you all have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
Fight or flight. Everyone's wired to be one or the other. If you can't get away, could you get out of a situation? Learn to defend yourself with Krav Maga training at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, the only alpha Krav Maga certified instructors in Southern Minnesota. Krav Maga is self-defense. Find out more at Southern Minnesota Martial Arts, located on Commerce Drive behind Subway, North Mankato, or go online at smma.rocks.
Southern Minnesota Martial Arts is a healthy environment operating with current COVID-19 sanitation and distancing standards and guidelines.
Alicia can't choose between pizza or wings for the game. This isn't a midterm. We say D, all of the above. Like new pizza wings at B-Dubs. The flavor of pizza on a wing. Mark these D for delicious. Pizza wings, one of 4 new sauces at Buffalo Wild Wings.
You're not just one of thousands. You're not just a face in the crowd. You are unique. You're a name. You're a talent. You are an individual. Here, you're more than a student. Here, you're a friend. At Bethany, you are anything you set your mind to. A place where teachers know your name and friendships last a lifetime. Let Bethany Lutheran College become your family.